Hello, hello. Hi. How are you guys? Hello, hello. So give me a few minutes. I'll just finish setting up everything. I was a little bit late today because, with two jobs, one has really a little free time. So yeah, I had to do some work and I will have to do some work after the live stream as well. So I'm not so prepared as I used to be, or I used to be last time. That's also why today there will be only the camera on my hands, but that's actually everything you need. That's the most important, right? So I figure out uh, in the last live stream that there were some issues with music I was playing. Uh, so today I am trying a different way to play it, and that's that I'm gonna download some tracks and I will play them in the music player and not from the website where I get all my music. Again, I have no idea how are these tracks, but the genre is lo-fi and chill, so it should be nice. But I didn't listen to the exact tracks, the exact songs. I just, you know, listened to few of them and they seemed okay. So hopefully everything will be nice. Hi Dawn, hi, hi Pni, hi. Glad to see you in chat. And let me play the music. It's a little bit more complicated this time because I'm not very used to use this player because I always listen to Spotify, but I cannot play Spotify here. So yeah, I need to use a player. How do I play all the music here? How about... Yes, that should work. So, do I see... Oh. Yeah, but this plays only one song. Let me check. Oh. Oh, yeah. You hear nothing. I need to add a medium in OBS as well. Not so easy to set up everything. Music. Yeah, music. Now you should hear the music. Hopefully. Oh, it's too loud, right? down. I will just check how it sounds. If it's too loud, let me know. Oh, I can check on here. Bum, bum. Where am I? It doesn't seem to be too loud. Yeah, now the song stopped because I didn't set up it properly. Give me a second, guys, please. This is really. You know, yeah, the songs. Oh. Ooh. I can play one, but let me just do this. Oh, that's not it. I don't really see where I can play it. Oh my. Oh. Oh no. I'm just not able to figure out. It's this doesn't work. Like, what? I tried other music players, but it doesn't work or don't work as well. So, all right. I guess I will have to figure out for the next time. And this time, well, I can try to play right from the browser again. So hopefully it will work better this time. Yes, so... All right, let's get ready. If there is anything wrong with the music or with the sound overall, let me know. And I will try to fix it, all right? Okay. So today, I would like to do some acrylic painting in mythographic book because I already started. Oh, and I turn on the light. Yeah, that's what I could do. That's a little bit better. Yes, so I'm working right now on the page, on this page from Frozen Fantasies, and yeah, I know I covered the whole page again, almost the whole page. Yeah, but you know, here will be a volcano. This sky is like Mordor. This whole page is in Lord of the Rings mood, you know. So here is Mordor, and yeah, here will be the tower, just a small one in a distance. So yeah, and I was using gouache. I have gouache by Schminke, but I have only this little small set. I mixed all the colors together, so I get this beautiful orange and red, you know, just from these two colors, and by mixing with black I get the brown, even though I see it looks like black on the screen, but it doesn't matter. This was the first time I was using gouache. I have never used it before, and I figured out it's very similar to acrylic paint. Yeah, so I guess by practicing with acrylic paints I will be able to do better next time. And because I have a lot of acrylic paints, and this is not all my whole collection, I have two big stands with acrylic paint. But I want to use this because it's more accessible, and also it works more like gouache because these tubes are more transparent. you know, the other acrylics I have in bigger tubes, or not tubes, but cans, or, you know, bottles. They are more opaque. These are more transparent, both like Ohuhu and the second brand I have here. Yeah, it's Kohinoor, but I don't mean that because I have only gold, silver, and pearl colors by Kohinoor. But I have this Royal and Langnickel. Really don't know. Essentials. Really don't know how it's pronounced. So yeah, and I barely use them, you know. So I want to try them and you know, practice more with these. So it will help me with gouache, because it really seems to be very similar. And guys, last time it was very funny because there were some bubbles on my screen, and I see it's not focused. The screen is not quite focused, right? I will try to clean it, but I don't know if that's the case. Also, there were balloons. I figure out what is it, and excuse me, it's the feature of MacBook. It's easy MacBook feature. Yeah, the same with the non-focusing camera, because I can choose that I want a portrait mode or mode, and it will focus on me and blur the background. Also, it will center the camera as I move, so that these features are really cool. I will use them next time when I will have my camera on myself. Anyway, here I can promote like the lightning as well. And there are reactions. It should work even if my face is not on the camera. So for example, if I do this, it should recognize the gesture and it gives likes. Also, if I do double, it should... Alright, there should be a firework. Alright, so the camera thinks that there were like thumbs downs, maybe because how I have my camera turned, but the firework is really cool. Let me try it again. I'll just do some space here. How about this? All right, so I need to do it the opposite. So how about this? Yes, then we have firework. Isn't it amazing? It's so cool. Also, yeah, I can give a thumb down. Yeah, and amazing feature, heart. Come on, heart. Hello. It doesn't work for heart. It should work. Maybe because... Oh yeah, you know, this camera is upside down. So yeah, I have to do this, and we have upside down hearts. So I think this feature by MacBook is really cool. Hi Leslie, hi. Yeah, you know, Reddit knows everything. So about body color, I'm not going to do the body color on the live stream. No, this and if you mean the videos I do for the Patreon, these are only exclusive for my Patreons. So yeah, the poll I do the polls where you choose which page to color next is for the next exclusive video for Patreon. Yeah, and also I am working on a gift for my mom. So I've got this notebook, you know, and it has all white desk, white cover. It's empty, you know. Also, I need to figure out what with this band, you know, because it's dirty, it's painted. So anyway, hopefully I will figure out something to cover it. Anyway, I painted the cover. The moon isn't finished. I want to make it metallic. I have metallic flakes, so that's what is waiting to finish. And also I want to do the back with the same colors. No, this time not with the cat and the moon. It will be only the color here, you know. So yeah, that's also why I am using acrylic paints today, because yeah, I have a mood for acrylic paints. So yeah, I have my palette here. This is a palette I was using for the notebook. Yes, so I will continue to use it. It's a paper palette and yeah, quite durable. Yeah, you can buy it anywhere. Hi La, hi! How are you? Let me give you some hearts. Upside down hearts, at least. Yeah. Oh, it's so funny when I know what caused it and how I can, you know, create it. That's a lot of much more fun. All right. So, yeah, I will put this aside, but I love it. I love this this box because it's full of paint, and I don't know, it's so satisfying to see all the small tubes, all the paint, and just see the colors. Just so wow. Yeah, this Ohuhu I purchased on Amazon. I didn't know they do acrylic paints as you know, so I saw that on Amazon one day, like maybe 2.5 years ago. And yeah, I purchased them. As I said, they are not much opaque, so it's better to use. It's better if you want to cover something. It's better if you just cover the surface with white acrylic paint, but it has to be opaque. For example, I have this and it's not very opaque. So I had to use another one. I don't have it here. Yeah. Yeah, the second the paints I have on my shelves are these by what? Artiste. It's Artiste brand, and they are more opaque. I wouldn't say 100% opaque, but they are more opaque, and yeah, they works really well, very cheap. For this is how much? This should be around 50 milliliters. Here is some unit, you know. And like for €2, maybe 1.5 euros or dollars. I don't know, I bought it in Czech crown for Czech crowns, so it's harder to, you know, transfer the amount or the currency. So in this, you saw this page in my finished pages video. I thought I will use. I thought I will be using watercolors, but I was really disappointed how it didn't work well. It didn't leak through, only a little bit, but it just doesn't work the way I would love. Just because the paper. I am used to use the watercolored paper, so when I have to use watercolors in coloring books that are not watercolored, and for the best cotton paper, it's very hard for me to use them. So I decided to do it absolutely differently, and I have my ideas here. My first idea was to make the background from black through dark blue up to light blue, you know, and cotton clouds. So like pink and yellow with pale blue. But today I got another idea, and I will do the galaxy instead of only blue gradient. And I don't know, the clouds will be in the colors of the galaxy, so maybe green. And I plan to leave the whale, this one, and these two sharks. And yeah, cover everything else. And I will just make some clouds here, you know. So it will all be with acrylic, and only the fish, the whale, and the sharks I will do with pencils, because it will be easier and more detailed. So who knows how this will end up? I have no idea about it. So yeah, let's begin. Will be very, very interesting. And yeah, so I will need some pencils, and I have a lot of pencils around my table as I'm working on another picture. I have my water prepared here. So I will need some dark blues, some colors from this compartment. Yeah, I would say all of them will work well. I need maybe. I think I'm not going to make it like blue-green, because I do everything blue-green these days. You know, I'm working on the event page, and it's blue-green. I don't know, I feel like I do everything blue-green. That's fine. I love blue-green colors. Actually, that's my favorite color. My favorite is besides chartreuse, and many others. So my favorite is blue and teal, you know. But well, actually aquamarine more. I like when it's more on the blue side. Yeah. But yeah, well, what I wanted to say, it's so hard to take a picture when it's blue green, because the camera cannot handle blue green color, you know. So it's usually the green is pale without the life, and it just looks so horrible. So I always struggle, and I always think like I have to use another colors, you know. But no, I always end up with blue-green. So today I will use more like blues with white and white, yeah, on the tinted side. And also here I have the middle blues, so I'm gonna use this range. Also, violet would be wonderful. Violet would be really nice. Maybe I will use, yes, for the sharks. So let me just take this compartment as well. Oh, yeah, so here I have violet blues. These are more on the blue side than on the violet, but you still can see a mark of, or a touch of violet in them. And then I have some violets here. Again, here I have violets where you have more blue than pink, which are here, and here is more red. Yeah. What I'm looking for is, I don't know, I'm just checking which colors I have. It could be used, but I guess I have everything. I just need those pale colors. But yeah, I kind of struggle with muted colors, because like luminance, half of the luminance pencils are muted colors, you know, and they don't exactly fit to other parts, you know. But I would need a separate box for them. So I have here like a few of them that were more on the purple, violet, you know, side. Then also I have here some more on the skin tone side, because I have skin tone colors here. Except the browns. I have browns within my browns. Yeah, so I struggle with muted colors. I would love to have all muted colors all together, you know, but that wouldn't be really organized. I see that I still have more greens than blues on the muted side. Oh, I recorded. I was like, why there is still less and less space on my card, on the memory card. And now I figured out I was recording. Maybe I pressed the button while I was moving with the camera. Lol. Alright. So yeah, this will be for the sharks. I will start with the whale first. And I don't want to make it much hard. I just want to choose some colors that will go together. Yeah, and here is also a little bit blue-green color. So, some dark color. Alright, I will go with this. You know, I don't really care much which exact shade of the color I will use. Alright, I need more space. I will just grab some and I will see. Oh, maybe this one is better. So I will go with this one. This could work as well, these two. Yeah. And now it starts now, so I start to care now. I have 3 different blues of the same or similar value, and so it would be useless to use all 3 here. Also, every one of them is different. I can say that I could use this one as the darkest shade for both, you know, but you see how the value is really similar here, a little bit less similar, but still enough here. So yeah, let's decide if this or this shade. I will go with this. Yeah, firstly, because I want to get rid of all the Derwent Artists pencils. I don't like them, but they are useful, you know, and if I use them, oh, sorry. If I use them, I will be able to buy another set, which I want more. Yeah. This one could work. Well, I don't know. I don't want this much bright color. Maybe I will change my mind with this one if I find some other pencil that will work better. All right. I see a little bit violet in it. It's ultramarine, of course. Yeah, you see these are almost the same. This is Pablo is blue and Faber-Castell Goldfaber 143. They don't have names. So I will use the Goldfaber. So I will get rid of it soon. How about this? No. Well, I will go to this side. I would love light fast. Light fast? Is it light fast? Yeah, I have luminance already. Yeah, so I want light fast. I have 2 of them and I really like them. Yeah, but I never get into buying the set, and I made a video about it. Yeah, it's one of the last videos where I talk about the missed opportunity, and I try to motivate you, my audience. I want to motivate you not to miss your chance, you know, not to miss your opportunity to get what you want actually, and not be satisfied with less quality. Yeah. So yeah, I missed the opportunity twice. I cannot say I would regret it. I bought another pencils instead, like Pablo's and Light and Luminance. I love both brands. They are amazing. And I especially love Carandash Pablo. They are, I don't know, they just have a place in my heart somehow. Maybe because of the shape of the barrel. Yeah, they are very light and very nice to use, but I feel they are not very they are not opaque like Luminance, you know. Yeah, like these two should be the same. No, but I may have the same colors, but they will be very, this is light cobalt blue and this is bluish pale. They will be very similar. Yeah, like lighter and darker a little bit. Anyway, maybe I will have it. No, on my table somewhere. Anyway, even though they are more transparent, they have a place in my heart for sure. Yeah, but you know, I don't know, maybe I would be more satisfied if I purchase the light fast first. And I need, and maybe I will, let me try these. So this is the lightest, and I need something more light. This is more gray and grayish blue, not blue green. No, it's still blue. Sometimes it's kind of hard to see the correct shade, because this really looks like muted pale green, you know. But if you compare it to this slate gray, it's more on the bluish side. Then it's visible that it's not so green. So which to use together? Oh, this one is more violet. Also, I would really need, I will use this one maybe. I would need more of these compartments to have it organized, really detailed, you know, like I grab some and I see that there is a little bit of more violet. I would have it separately, but I don't have a space, you know, and I don't want to have it in the other part where I have the blues with a little bit of violet, because it doesn't fit in the collection, you know, so it fits more here. But it's something like between these two parties. And yeah, so I have it here. But yeah, I would definitely need one more of these boxes, which you saw on my previous live streams when I have my camera on me. I have them in the background. Yeah, Karandash are very good. They have very nice quality. If it comes to their band, well, the only full set by Derwent I have, I have Derwent drawings, but they are different. You know, they have more earthy and muted colors. Then I have Derwent artists as a full set, and I didn't really discover this brand very much because I don't know, I just didn't. Possibly I just didn't have time, you know, for that, because I have so many other brands and stuff to do. And yeah, about, I don't know, I still think that every color that there is, no, how to say it, there is no color in any set that wouldn't be in any another set, which means if Derwent has some unique color in one set, it will probably be in another set, or there will be very similar color, you know. And if I go through the brands, like across the brands, they all have very similar colors as well. You know, I thought chartreuse is unique. You know what? Here, these are all chartreuse-like, and this is Prismacolor chartreuse, and I have here Pablo, Polychromos, Goldfaber, Artist, Carandash, Luminance, Pablos, I said that already. Yeah, so basically all of these sets I have here, except Derwent drawings. They have only 24 colors, and they are more earthy and muted, so they don't have these greens, you know. So yeah, that was kind of disappointment for me, just a little bit, because I thought that it's really unique, this chartreuse color. But also, if I look back to my Brutfuner pencils, there are also colors like this. And especially if I don't have the set of 500 pencils, which you can find with Brutfuner, but it's more likely there will be every color you can think of. In other way, I want to say that I didn't have the color that wouldn't be replaceable by another set. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Oh, and I will need some darker color. So if I have this, let's try. All right, this could be used. This is too light. This is too light. This is another shade. This is totally way off. I don't want to waste luminance. Alright, so the conclusion is that I will use black, my favorite black, and cool gray. So the range of colors I have is Prismacolor, blue powder, I guess it is, Pablo, pastel blue, Faber Castell Goldfaber 143, Derwent Artists, ultramarine, polychromos, industron blue, and Prismas 90% cool gray and black. Maybe I will not use all of them. I don't know. I just have the range here, and let's begin. So I will do a close-up. I will zoom in. As usually, don't mind my nails, which are not so great after, you know, a lot of hard work and manual work on some painting, you know, and so on. But I guess who cares, right? Yeah. Also need a sip of water. Museum aquarelle of by Carandash. Yeah, I was thinking about trying them as well, but I would more likely buy Supracolor first, because they are not watercolored. Yeah, actually, if I think about it, the only watercolored pencils I was using were Progresso by Kohinoor, and I didn't like them. And I don't count Inktense because they, and Nia colors because they are a different level, you know. I don't like brute tuners. I have that 180 set as well, but they were my very first pencils when I started with coloring, and I had no idea whether I will like it or not. So I purchased them from AliExpress, and yeah, I colored few pictures, then bought Prismacolors right away, and never get back to brute tuners because they are just not that, I don't know, they don't fit me. Yeah, I would say it like that. They don't fit me. I like creamy colors, creamy pencils, and brute tuners are very oily. Also, these Goldfabers are very oily, very similar to like Castle Arts, which I really don't like, but they are much better than Castle Arts in my opinion. Yes, so I still have them in this collection. But yeah, no, I cannot use brute tuners anymore. I tried that, but yeah, I just couldn't continue. I had to take my beloved prismas. And I will try to fix the picture, you know. Yeah, they all have dark colors. I'm fine with what I have now. You know, but thank you, you're very kind. I just want to use what I have. And yeah, just use what I have, because there were times I didn't use my pencils, and I have the luminants, right? And I wasn't using them, you know. And I tend to use only one brand on the picture, which I think is a mistake, because you miss a big opportunity if you fix yourself only on one brand. In case you have more, in case you have only one brand, that's absolutely fine. Or if you want to use only one brand, that's also very fine. And I used only one brand on one picture for many years, like the whole time, you know, until like few months ago, where I purchased these boxes, so I can have all of them all together. And it really opened many opportunities, and I really figured out that I have much more than I thought. So yeah, I want to use what I have and get rid of few brands like these gold fibers and Derwent artists. And then we will see what I will get next, because it's long it's long in the future, and I cannot focus on talking when I'm coloring, so I may take pauses. Yeah, I also am giving away the budget pencils I have, you know. Yeah, I don't want to sound like a snob, you know, but I know that I will never use them again, so I think it's a pity to have them on a shelf, you know. They just collect a dust, and yeah, I will never use them again, because I don't feel comfortable using them. Same like with this gold fiber, I don't like it. I just don't like the outcome, you know. So why should I keep them if I don't like them? But it's the same if luminance wouldn't comfortable to me, I would give them away, you know. That's the same. It's not about the thing that they are budget pencils, you know. So I will not use them because they are budget. No, I will not use them because I don't like how they work. They just don't fit me, and it doesn't matter if they are budget or if they are expensive. The thing is that those expensive pencils, because they are better, I like to use them. You know, they just have better ingredients, better pigments, and are better in hands. So yeah, if the budget pencils would be like that, if they would be like Prismas or Luminance, I would keep them with a pleasure. Yeah. And I did the test. I put all of them, all my expensive pencils and budget pencils together in the drawers, and I figured out that I avoided using them because when I tried, for example, I picked Arteza pencil and I was using it for a while and I had to switch it to another one because I felt pretty uncomfortable. And I noticed that when I picked colors, I just avoided them. So I did the test if it's really a thing that they are budget, or or if it's the thing that I don't like to use them, and it's really that I don't like to use them. And about Pablos, they are great. They are very soft. Caran d'Ache do everything with wax core, so they are really great. But they may seem to be less pigmented. They are not less pigmented, but they are transparent. If you compare them to Luminance, they are by Caran d'Ache as well. Luminance are also wax-based and they are on the opaque side, so they feel more like Prismas. Then you may have the feeling that Luminance are brighter and better, and that Pablos are of lower quality or less pigmented. But it's not the case. It's just that Pablos are transparent. So keep that in mind. Just think about it if this will really what you will like to use. Oh, this is Mythographic Imagine. And the base was done with watercolors. I wanted to do the whole page with watercolors, but then I figured out that the watercolors doesn't work well on this paper. So now I will just color the whale and few of these sharks, and then the rest I will do with acrylic paint, and I will do the galaxy around it. Yeah, and I will figure out the color of the clouds later. Yeah, Copic I heard that Copics are really great. I have only Ohu's and then cheaper version from Amazon. It's really noticeable that they are cheap. I use them only pictures. I don't really care much, Yeah, but Ohu are great. I don't know. I think I never used Copics, but they have to be really great, as I heard. Boxes, you mean What do you mean by boxes, La? Like pencil sets? I have a lot. I think in my drawers are now like 6 sets. Like it's Pablo, Luminance, Prismacolor, Polychromo. Alright, so Pablo, Luminance, Polychromos, Prismacolors, Derwent Artists, Derwent Drawings, and Faber-Castell Goldfaber. But Goldfaber is a small set. They have only, the biggest set is 48 colors, and Derwent Drawings is biggest set is 24 colors. So we can count it as one set. And I have 2 light fast pencils and few colors of Derwent, Derwent Colorsoft and Pro Color. Yeah, it's so hard to think of all my sets. Bullet tips, they dried up. Yeah, bullet tips. Yeah. I see. I have like bullet and brush, and I have the set of 216. This was the biggest set when I purchased them. I would really love to have the big one, the 300 set. But it's true that some of the colors dried up. Also, when I bought a smaller set as the first, one was completely dried. I contacted the support and they sent me $3 on Amazon, or $2 or $3 coupon on Amazon. So yeah, that was useful. I wouldn't expect them to send me free new set, you know. But yeah, and some of the colors, I think, well, I don't know if I use them so much. I have many pictures, you know, or if they dried up more quickly. Well, some of the colors than others, I don't know. I didn't really track how they are, you know. And I have no idea how this will look and at the end. Looks quite messy now. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. Well, it still is like more like a testing page or practicing page for the acrylics I want to use on the background. So if it turned out bad, who cares? Well, I have like 3 drawers. 2 drawers have each has 6 of these compartments, you know, and the third one has only 3, and I use it for graphite pencils and acrylic pens and so on. So yeah, actually for pencils I have only 2. I would definitely use one more, but I have I have nowhere to place it. Oh, and oh no, I thought I already had some page here because I colored a page in Frozen Fantasies. It was the day before yesterday, and it turned up quite well, quite nice. So yeah, it will be, you know, on my channel in somewhere in upcoming months. Well, with Ohuhu you have, you can choose which point you want. You want the fine point, which is called bullet point as well, and you can combine it with a chisel, which I don't really like, and with a brush, which I like. And you can also buy chisel and brush and chisel and bullet. I prefer brush and bullet because I don't really like chisel. You know, for me it's useless. For large areas I use brush, and for details I use the bullet. It works for me like that. Oh, you don't have to worry about the brush tip, because firstly, you can always change the tip, you know, like yeah, it should be possible. You can, you know, switch the sides. Also, it should be possible to buy a spare tip, and I never actually had a problem with damaged tip. Well, maybe once or twice that the tip was very mushy, you know, and it was more closely more close to when it were dried up, you know, where there was no ink inside. So I felt like the tip isn't working, it's more mushy. But when they are juicy, I never had any problem with them. It seems like a storm outside. Or what was that? Oh. I don't know, I think that this may happen across all brands, but I don't really know. I only used Ohuhus and the cheap ones from Amazon, and also some singles from AliExpress, which are really bad, you know, they are just some fake markers, and yeah, they were bad right from the beginning, so I cannot really say. How about the other brands? Especially Copics, they are so expensive here, you know, and on Amazon as well. So because I think Ohuhus are still pretty good, and I don't feel they would be budget markers. What I wanted to say. So I think if I would use them more, I would invest into Copics for sure. Especially if I would start to draw my own paintings or my own pictures. Like, and I don't mean that I have to figure out some new illustration, but you know, to draw some anime characters and color them with markers. I tried that. I colored, I draw and colored the Chihiro from Spirited Away. It will be in upcoming review on Ohuhus, which is still in progress, but it's on the way. Yeah, and yeah, it was great, but I would only invest into them, into Copics, if I would use Ohuhus much more. Yeah, and the reason I'm not using Ohuhus that much is not because they wouldn't fit me, and that's the difference between the pencils I don't like to use, you know? Ohuhus fit me amazingly, I love them, I love to use them. But there is the thing that I prefer other mediums, you know, like watercolors or pencils. Yeah, so that's the reason why I didn't invest yet into more professional pencils. But as I now play, I know the name of the game I play and I am quite addicted to, and it's called Sunhaven. It's so amazing. And I plan to draw all the characters that are inside, and I plan on marrying everyone. I heard that you can marry all 15 characters in one day. There is some kind of bug, you know, if you propose all of them at the same day, then you will marry them all the next day. So I am working on it. It's so fun, and it really inspires me to draw, you know. So that's a good thing. If nothing more than wasting my time, it at least inspires me to draw. Yeah, you can really, if you have the brush tip, you can easily pull it away and use the second tip, you know, use the other side if you like. If there would be, I don't know if there is a spare ink, if there is a replaceable ink which you can fill in, but you would do it this way. Yeah. I don't know how this works with other brands, but with Ohuhus you can do it. Oh, they are not two sizes. It's the same size for the brush. Only you can change the tip if one side is broken or mushy or frayed, you know. Yeah, refills. Yeah, Copics have refills. I'm not sure if Ohuhus have refills as a new thing now. I think I heard about it, but I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, I also decided to save my money. I was spending so much. So I have a challenge for myself, but of course everyone can use it, you know. If that's the thing the person would like to do. So my challenge is I want some paints, some new paints, you know. I didn't decided which paints, if Daniel Smith watercolors or if it will be Schminke watercolors or if it will be Roman Schmal and or how is it called, Michael something, Michael Harding or Harding, Michael Harding. It's a new brand I discovered, you know. So I haven't decided which ones. They are all very expensive, and I decided that I will buy them. I will buy a set if I run 100 kilometers in a month. It means in 30 days. It doesn't have to be really from the first of the month to the last day of the month, you know. It's for 30 days. So I'm working on it, and I think, well, it sounds really like a lot, run 100 kilometers in a month, but it's actually not. It's around like 25 kilometers a week, you know. So yeah, I'm working on it, and it will take at least 2 more months, you know, before I will be able to achieve that. At this moment, I do interval training. So, for example, today I run 8 minutes on one go, then 3 minutes walk, and I repeated this 3 times. And I think these interval runs really helps, and they are really effective, I would say. Yeah. So I am now on the check mark of 3 kilometers, and like from maybe maybe in 2 weeks I want to focus on 5 kilometers runs, and from then it will be easy, you know. 25 kilometers, well, it means like 5 times a week. 5 kilometers, yeah, that's achievable. I would rather run, well, I don't know what I would rather, if I would rather run 5 kilometers a day or 3 times a week, 10 kilometers, I don't know. I'm still trying, or I'm figuring out what works the best for me, if long runs less often or more often shorter runs. But that's my goal, and that's my challenge. So I will not buy new paints until I have 100 kilometers in a month. Not that I would love running. Actually, I do it only to stay fit and healthy and have some kind of movement, because I work from home and I am always at home. I stopped doing any kind of sports. So yeah. This is my motivation to stay healthy and, yeah, in some better condition, you know. But I cannot say that I would enjoy it the way I would like to run a marathon. No, that's not really my goal. And I will open the window. It's really hot inside, because I have the door closed, and the air is really heavy. And here you can see on this part the beauty of underpainting. You know, not that I would really want to do the underpaint for the veil, but I don't know, you can see that first the feather is more visible on this part than, for example, here, you know. And second, I don't know, I feel like it's cut here and cut here, and here is more full, you know, and here is more, I don't know how to explain that. You probably see it as well. It the feather really bothers me here, you know. I will see if I will be able to do it something with it at the end of the picture, because when we do the background, then I will do the details with white acrylic, you know, and maybe with some gold paints. I don't really know now. I will see what I will do next once I will see the picture, the page, you know. And now give me just 2 minutes. I have to do the washing machine. I am back. So hopefully there is no chirping or any other strange sounds from the music. I'm very thirsty today. Well, I blend it a lot without the pigments showing too much. I'm not sure what do you mean by that. By pigments, like if you mean the texture, like you see here I have a texture, but here it's more smooth. I just blend it. It depends what colors I'm using. So you can use white, but if I don't have to use white, I rather use something like blue powder. You know, it's almost blue, but it's almost white, but it's very pale blue, so it does the same thing as blue, but as white, sorry, but it doesn't leave the so much milky surface. Also, you can use mineral spirit, which I will probably use as well. And yeah, when you just use a lot of layers and middle pressure, you know. So for example, here is the texture, so I'm not finished on it. I just need to take the darkest blue I have, and I will just smooth it, you know. And the lighter parts are smoothened down with the light shade. yeah, hopefully it helped. You see that I really go many times with all the colors through the same areas. But it's really much easier to use the mineral spirit if you like, or if you have it. You know, it will smoothen, it will not flatten the tooth, but it will blend it seamlessly. And I still see some texture, you know. I would really have to like take my blender and blend a lot, but that's, I think, unnecessary work. So I will use the mineral spirit. But of course, the more you blend it with pencils, the less mineral spirit you have to use. So I will use it only to support, only to fill some of the white areas, the white spots, you know, that are peeking through. And if there wouldn't be any underpaint, it could show up much more because there would be only a white paper under the pencil. And I really like how the whale's body turned up. I didn't expect that. Yeah, I never expect any page that will turn up nicely, you know? Because I never know. There may happen something, you know. I don't know. Just I don't take it as it will always turn up nice. I take it like if it turned out to be bad, if I like mess up, you know, then what? At least I learned something new, you know. For example, I learned what doesn't work, and that's important as well. Learn what doesn't work, not only what works. You cannot know what works if you don't know what doesn't work, right? So I don't take any like really fail picture like a fail, because it's a learning process and everyone is learning still. You know, there is no one who would know everything and who would be able to do everything, even if it may seems like it. But it's more about that, you know, they most likely just are not afraid of trying new things, so they still try something, so it seems that they know everything, you know, but in fact they may try it for the first time. You know, you never know. You never know the whole background, you know, the whole story. People are not likely to share the whole story. Yeah, but it seems like they are very talented on everything and so on. But remember, it's only social media. You cannot compare it to yourself. Always compare only yourself to yourself. See how you did something last year and then compare it to how you did it this year. For example, it's just an example, you can adjust it to what you want, you need. But that's the only measurable measurements, you know, because if you compare yourself to someone else or with someone else, then it's the same like comparing I don't know, a cat and a dog, because or a cat and a tiger, a cat and a tiger. You don't know the life of the other person, you don't know their background, you don't know if they studied art, if how many hours they spent on one thing, you know, you really don't know their thinking process. So it's impossible to compare yourself to someone else. It's not measurable, you know. Even if both of you have the same background, same schools, same hours spending on same techniques, still every one of you would have different thoughts and different point of view on things, so it would still be not measurable. Only you can only measure yourself with yourself or compare, you know. I hope you know what I mean. I know it's very tempting to, if you look on social media and if you see all the beautiful arts, you know, and all the influencers and artists, and you watch them, how it's so easy for them to do everything, but still it's only social media. You never know the whole story, the whole truth. You never know if it's the truth, if it's the truth, you know. So keep that in mind next time you will be unhappy because you will not see, because you will thought that you are not as good as someone else. You can never be like someone else. And I don't say better or worse, that's that's not the case, you know, but you can never be a copy of someone else. So you are unique, you are original. So yeah, think like that. Think about yourself as about a unique person, you know, and do unique things. Well, everything you do is unique because only you can do what you do. You know, it's a little bit complicated, but if you really think about it and embrace it, then it will really help with mental health. At least it helped me, you know. I was stuck on social media all the time, and I was like, oh my god, she did it, or he did it, or just they did it so beautifully. I can never be like them. And that's true, I can never be like anyone else because I'm not a clone of the person. So I can never be like anyone else, and you also cannot be like anyone else. That's the beauty. No, that's what I love about existing. But it's hard to embrace it. Not to only understand it, but also embrace it. And really not let this to be like distraction for you, or not let it to let you down. No. I thought I will use an eraser, but let's try another layer instead. I did so many layers that I have no tooth left for more layering. And I will use the mineral spirit now on the upper part, the veil. So see how it's smooth now? It looks like paint. But it dissolve the pigment, so you have to be careful not to push too much, not to use it too much, and just lightly glide over the areas. Or you can remove the color. And it looks better than I thought, really. Wow. And it's okay to say that you like what you did. I know many people are very critique to themselves, but there is no need for that. If nothing else, then your creation is unique. I just need to stretch a little bit. Oh. I would have coffee, but it's too late. It's 7 p.m. It's too late for coffee, or else I would be up the whole night. Like, I will probably still be up a whole night because I have to work after the live stream, which I don't want to do. I don't want to work, on the weekend. Anyway, I like it. The wings will be a little bit harder, I guess. They are more detailed. I will probably do only 2 layers. Like, I will connect these 2 layers into one. Yeah, why not to make it easy if we can? You know what? I will probably go grab some coffee. Yeah. So, give me a minute. I will be right back. Here is our body. I am back again. And I have my coffee. You will not see it probably, but it's a mug from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Here is Jotaro and Stardust Crusade. Star Platinum. No, Stardust. It's the name of the episodes. Star Platinum, you know, here. And here is Konodioda. If you know what I'm talking about. It's just anime. But yeah, JoJo can make a coffee better. It's so warm weather today. It's really really hot. Alright, so now I will continue with the bottom part. I will basically do the same. And I will maybe zoom in like this. When I'm thinking about it, I'm not really sure if I do all the sharks here. Maybe only these 3. Oh, alright. It's quite small, I can do all 4. But I'm not gonna do the 5th. Which was here? Yeah, here. I already covered half of his head. Guys, it would be nice if you could tell me which day is the best for you, or which days work best for you if it comes to live streaming, where you mostly watch live streams. I mean, it's better during the weekend, and if so, which day is better, Saturday or Sunday? And also, but maybe you prefer work days, like, you know, when you came home from work, are you in a mood for some live streams, you know, or for videos, or do you want just relax and I don't know, be in silent? That works for me, for example, as I'm more on the introverted side. Yeah, so I like to have to be in quiet, you know, to only maybe like listen to some music which is relaxing for me, and so on. So I ask to know you better and to know what do you prefer, so I can adjust my live streams, you know. Yeah, because now I'm streaming 2 times a week, usually on Wednesday and Sunday. I was trying to go more on a Saturday and Tuesday, but I usually have more work these days. So what works best for you? Or maybe you like more other days. I don't know, Friday, Monday. Jo, chápu. Alright, so weekends are better for you. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I also worked on shifts. Is it called? Yeah, shifts. I used to have night shifts, and like long and short weeks. I worked like that really long for a long time before I get into IT area. So yeah, it was hard. It was hard to keep going, to keep the track on what is the day exactly, and you know, where should I go to sleep, for example. That was the biggest problem, because I generally have a big problem with sleeping. I usually am very sleepy during the day, no matter how much I sleep during the night, and after like 9 p.m., 10 p.m., I start to be very lively, very very lively. And I start to have many ideas, you know, and I want to do everything, but at the same time I wake up early, you know, so I cannot be up like until 4, 5, 6, because I work from 8 a.m. So I need to get up earlier and get ready, you know. Even if I work from home now, it's still not like that you wake up and you are at work now. No, there's still some preparation, and work from home can work only when you have some order, and when you can manage when you can manage it the same way, like if you would go into the office, you know, or similar. You have to have some routine, or it will be really bad and you will not be trusted by the company because you will have problems to focus at work, you know, and you will not do the job properly. So yeah, and I had this, so yeah, it's hard for me when I go to sleep and I cannot fall asleep. And I had this, I have this for all my life. I remember when I was going to school, I usually woke up at 4 a.m. and I learned and I did homeworks until like 7, and then I started to prepare myself for school. And it worked because I was only able to remember everything when I learned at 4 in the morning. I could spend all afternoon learning and drilling and everything, and I wouldn't know a thing. But 4 in the morning, I read it 1 time, 2 times, maybe 3 times, and I knew it. I remembered everything I needed for the day, and yeah, it worked. Then I worked on shifts, you know, and the first time I had shifts, it was only like morning and afternoon shifts. It was like, all right, I can manage that. It was also like 1 week morning shift, 1 week afternoon shift, you know, so it was manageable. But then I worked like morning shift, then morning shift, which was 11 hours, and night shift, which was also like around 11 hours or so, you know, I don't remember much now. And it was like 3 days morning shift, 2 days night shift, 3 days morning shift, 3 days night shift, or something like that, you know, like long and short weeks. And yeah, that did a lot of damage on my health. And I don't know if it's since then, but maybe it's because the more older I am, the worse the state is, you know. So yeah, I just wanted to say that I understand working on shifts is hard, and I went through this as well, and it was horrible. Yeah, it was horrible. I had really problems with sleeping, much bigger problems these days, and yeah, I never knew what's the day and so on. Puzzles! Oh, I did puzzles before I started coloring, you know, and I still have some puzzle boxes unopened, still wrapped in the plastic, you know, in a plastic wrapper. And they are so beautiful. I would so love to do them, but there's no time, and actually there is no area, there is no space, because I, you know, if the puzzles have like less than 1,000 species. I didn't buy them, so I have only puzzles that have, well, thousands pieces, but more likely like 2 or 3,000 pieces, and they are quite complicated also. So yeah, I really don't know where I could do them. Actually, I used to have the rack, you know, so I can always roll the puzzles, but it was unstable and I lost some pieces because of that. So now, and it was in the previous apartment, but here in this flat, I don't really know. But it's a pity. Yeah, I miss doing puzzles. Maybe someday I will do some space here on my table. No, that will not happen. I don't know what would have happened that I would have clean table. Yeah. Yeah, I also had morning shifts like the best. I hated night shifts, actually. Even if I am more the night owl, I would say, you know. But being at work at night, it was like never ending. Yeah, holidays. Stay holidays, yeah. I don't even know how I did it during holidays, like these state holidays. I don't actually remember. It's quite a long time ago. But sleeping issues are still here with me all the time. Nothing changed. When I switched to only like one shift, you know. Alright, now I will use Mineral Spirit again. Oh, I don't have night shifts now. I'm freelance, you know, and I do software testing. I'm a software tester in software company, obviously. So I usually work in the morning, And in the afternoon, I do the second job I have. And then I do YouTube. So I do coloring and I do like editing videos and so on. And usually it's a lot, you know, so I usually color at night. And I do, and sorry, my brain is starting to get stuck. So yeah, I'm still I'm going to bed very not very early, not for me, and I usually do, well, work, or I do some coloring or editing for YouTube. Actually, all my free time I give to YouTube or Patreon. And yeah, that's all I need. I work and do YouTube. That's all. I have no other interests. I used to have more interests, of course, but when I discovered coloring, everything else went aside, because that became my biggest passion and actually my purpose. Or I don't know, it sounds strangely, but you know, just my biggest passion. It's just my biggest passion. It's the only thing I really want to do, except playing games like Sunhaven, which I'm playing right now. It's like some days I'm very tired and I'm not able to color nothing, you know, and I just need a break, basically. So I go play games, and half hour a day I go for running. That's all what I do. So yeah, I would say I work all the time, but since coloring is my passion, well, it depends. If I color for my channel, then it's my passion, because I color what I want. You know, I can choose the page I want to color. But when I do some commissions, for example, then I cannot choose what I want to color, so it's harder. In the way that, you know, if you can do something you like, but if you do it the way you don't exactly want, then it's not like your passion, you know, it's separate. Yeah. For example, if you like to bake, you know, and you bake cakes, for example, and you love it, but then you have to bake a cake for a customer and you have to strictly follow their orders, you don't have a free hand, then do you really enjoy doing such a work? Well, not so much. You know, it's still baking, which you love, but it's very limiting. But that's what pays your bills. So if you want to live in a flat, you know, and not under the bridge, you just have to do it. Or in my case, I have the daily job, right? I have the day job to pay my bills. But sometimes I do some collaborations. which are not always so fun, but I still enjoy that. Yeah, it's new experience for me, and I take it very positively. You know, even if I cannot do whatever I want, for example, I couldn't cover half of the page like here, you know. So I take it positively. I take it like an opportunity to try something else, you know, and to try new things. So yeah. But I used to work in automotive, and when I did the night shifts, you know, and the night shift was like a nightmare. I was in a warehouse and with one colleague, and the only thing we had to do was we had the mini warehouse, you know, with supplies, and other workers from the big warehouse were coming to us and ask for the supplies. And uh, so whenever someone came, they gave us an order. We needed this, and we went to pick it up, you know, for them, and we issued it in a system, in a software, and that was it, you know. And sometimes it was a long waiting time since someone came, you know, and sometimes I fell asleep. Yeah, during the night shift, I didn't even realize that. It just happened, and I don't know how. I was just too tired. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah. It was funny. Not at, well, it's funny now. It wasn't funny that times. Fortunately, my boss didn't find out. And I slept and everything was going on around me. You know? My gosh. Oh, you do diamond paintings. Yeah. And what do you like more, diamond paintings or coloring? I'm sorry for the health issues. Yeah. But on the other hand, like exercising always helps. Oh, let's go do the wings finally. And maybe I will add a little bit more color here. I just figured out that I had muted microphone. I was just saying that it's funny when I thought about my previous job experiences when I was 20. It was totally different, everything. And yeah, I felt more free, more flexible, I would say. I didn't mind many things, doing like 2 or 3 shifts in a row. Also, the lack of sleep wasn't, or had not so big impact on me as it has now. Yeah, I understand. I have a goal for this year, but maybe I will extend it for the next year. I want to finish Mythomorphia. And there are pictures that I don't like. Yeah. Even if it's kerby, you know, just some pictures are just not my cup of coffee. Anyway, I also, well, I'm not leaving them for the to them be the last pictures, but sometimes I get a mood for these pictures. For example, on my channel is the horse or the unicorn. I guess it's Mythomorphia. It's from Mythomorphia. Yeah, it is. And I always avoided this page because of all the flowers. I hate details. You know, you maybe noticed that on my colorings. I hate details, small details. Like this page is overly detailed, of course. Well, for example, I don't know, even these sharks are too much for me, you know, but I will do them. Yeah. Anyway, I don't like details. Even though I do detailed, like detailed art sometimes. I don't think this is too detailed, you know, but on some pieces I do more details. But it's different when I have to go through all the details on the page here, you know. But sometimes, even on this picture, I just look at it and I have an idea. As I had with the horse, when I did his mane as a fiery mane. So I covered all the roses with acrylic paint and I did a fiery mane. I was inspired by My Little Pony. Yeah. Because there is Princess Celestia and she has a bad alter ego that is called Daybreaker, and Daybreaker is a fiery pony. So this was my inspiration for this page. I had a lot of fun doing the fiery mane. was the first time I did something like that. So yeah, it's not perfect. Also, I used a big layer of acrylic paint. So, and also on the other page, I was using water or wet media, so the page was wrinkled. So the outcome isn't perfect, but it doesn't matter. You know, I learned a lot during coloring this page, and I colored the page. If I wouldn't be able, or if I wouldn't be allowed to do this, I would never color the page. I would never color these roses, you know. So, better have the page colored and express yourself and do it as you enjoy it than have it uncolored forever. So yeah, if you come out with some idea, don't worry to use it for the page and just try it, even if it will not be perfect. You know, you still learn every time you take a pencil to your hand. You always learn. Everyone is still learning and improving. You know, I'm not talking only like it's only a case of one person, but it's global. It's everyone has it like that, even if you don't realize that. But every time you color something, it has impact for your next coloring. Even if it's very slight impact, it still has an impact. And that's what I love also about art. And that's also why I don't really mind if I mess something up. You know, I learned so much, and I talked about it on my community post yesterday. I noticed that when I have a bad day and when I paint, for example, and it's really, I really hate what I do at that moment. You know, I don't like the outcome, and I think that every stroke I do, it's just a mess. That next time, it doesn't have to be next day. There may be 2 days break, or when I have time next time, I see the improvement. So, and much bigger improvement than when I have a great day and I paint beautiful piece that I love, you know. The next day I don't see such a big improvement as I see when I have a bad day. That's so beautiful about art. You know? So there's really no need to worry about perfection, even if I understand and I experience that it's not easy to get over it, to like set up your mind and allow yourself to not being perfect, because I have been there as well. And what helped me was painting with watercolors, because they have their own mind, right? You feel like you have no control over watercolors, and the more I use them, the more I figure out that I actually have control over them. They do what I want them to do, but they do it in their way, you know. So it's like symbiotic relationship between me and watercolors now. uh, Anyway, I think this really helped me not being so stressed out from being messy and not being perfect. I think everyone can set up their mind to this as well, and it's really freeing. I wish everyone could feel the freedom from not caring if you're perfect or not. But it's a long journey, and it took me, well, I color more than 3 years. It took me more than 3 years to figure out, because I figured out this just recently, you know, few months ago. It's not like that I would just babbling about something I didn't went through. I have been there, and I just want everyone else knows that, and you know, just be free from worrying, because releasing that fear will really help me to do what I do now. You know, no, I'm not worried that I will destroy the page anymore. I don't worry that the color combination will not match together, because if I don't like it, I will just change the pencils, you know? Also, everyone has really a lot of possibilities. For example, this page, I wanted to make it with watercolors. I didn't realize, or I didn't know that it will react so bad. I don't know which watercolors I was using, I don't remember now. And maybe that if I use less water with them, so maybe if I would use watercolors right from the tube, it would work better. I don't know. Also, I saw others using watercolors in mythographic books. Yeah, but it didn't work for me, for this page. It just didn't work, and that's okay, that's fine, you know. I didn't give up. I thought, because I really like this picture, and at the first sign it may look like it was damaged, like I destroyed the page because I used watercolors and it looked terrible, you know. On the other hand, I just thought to myself, all right, I will use another medium. I have the option, I can choose what I will do. I can choose another medium, you know, so I could go for alcohol markers or acrylic, colored pencils. You know, the options we have now are really large. So, what I wanted to say. Yeah, so I grabbed pencils and I thought that I will do the rest with acrylic paint. And as you can see, pencils works. So obviously they usually work in coloring books. And again, I don't fix now on only one brand. And it also helped me like in expand my experience. And yeah, it's like now it's like I don't have a set of 150 Prismacolors. It's now like I have a set of, I don't know how many, 500-600 of pencils, you know, and that's amazing. That's so beautiful. As you can see, I'm using here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 brands on one picture. 5 different brands: Faber-Castell Goldfaber, Prismacolor, Derwent Artists, Caran d'Ache Pablo, and Polychromos. And I don't have luminance here, but I could use luminance as well. But it's so freeing as well. You know, if you don't have to worry about if you have some color in this exact set, for example, and yeah, everyone has more than one set of pencils. I probably know no one who would have only one set of pencils. I don't say that's bad. It's amazing if you have such a strong will and self-realization, or I don't know how to call it, that you buy only one set and you are using it and not buying more and more sets. For example, I did that all the time. That's why I have so many sets, you know. I would be very happy with only Prismacolors, but I just cannot not buy other sets. So if someone has only one set, that's amazing, you know. That's something I couldn't do. I don't know how to do. That's my weakness, actually. And that's why I have the challenge to buy the new paints after I run 100 kilometers in a month. Yeah. So it works for me, at least for now. I still didn't buy them. Yeah. Anyway, most of us have more sets, and using only one of them at the time is quite limiting. When I did that like this, I figure out that I'm, even if I have luminance, Pablos, Polychromos, I was using only Prismas, you know, and I was still buying new pencils and new pencils and new pencils, and I was still using only Prismas. And yeah, it was such a pity. Now, if I have all pencils in one drawer or in 2 drawers, but I have them mixed together, I am use them all. And if I see that I am avoiding some brand, like I did when I had Artisas in the case with others. So if I do it constantly, I will get rid of it very easy, you know. What I wanted to say, I have no idea. So now I have all the pencils that are pleasure for me to use, and I am using them. Finally, they are not only stored on my shelf instead of the store shelf, you know, but I am using them. So this is some, I don't know if this system is good for everyone, but it's worth nothing to try. You can only gain from it. So yeah, if one medium doesn't work for you, don't give up, just try another one. Also, you know, I don't think, personally, that all the big artists were born like that. That's one thing. But also, I don't think that they really figure out on the first bet what they want to do and what medium they want to use. For example, I mean, all right, from my experience, when I started, well, how to say it? I have to think about it. Well, I started to color and I was using only pencils, which is fine. But then I figured out that there are watercolors and not only school version of aquarels, you know, but nice and professional watercolors and watercolored papers that will give you amazing results and absolutely different experience. What I try to say is, when I started to paint, I figured out that maybe this is something I like more than pencils. And that's maybe the same with the big artists. Did they try, I don't know, all right, when we, let's say there is some big artist who use oil paints, all right? Did he know from the beginning, from the first try, that he want to use oil paints? Or did he try aquarel, acrylic paints, gouache, maybe pencils, maybe another mediums? You know what I want, to say. The big artists also explored what was available. You know, how should they know that they want to do oil pastels or oil paintings and not soft pastels? You know, how did they know? Probably because they tried both and they figured out that they love oil paints. No? And that's it. That's what I do as well. Just exploring. And I want everyone do this. Because maybe sometimes you use pencils, for example, and you don't feel like it's the right thing for you. Then try something else. Try watercolor pencils, try aquarel, paints, you know, acrylic. And then you may figure out that actually you maybe are not good with pencils, but you may be really good with other medium. And that applies on graphite pencils as well. You know, you don't have to be good with colored pencils, but with graphite you may be the best. So never stop exploring. be curious and just explore everything what is available. And there are really a lot of options. And see, I also, even if I have acrylic paints, I never use them so much. I usually use them only for the background. You may see me use them on the Stegosaurus in Mythomorphia, where I did the galaxy background. You know, but I didn't use them for the actual painting, for example. And yeah, so I don't know. I would like to try them. I believe it would help me with gouache painting as well, because it's quite similar. And I will make more light, just a little bit, because I don't see anything. What I was saying. Yeah, so I think it's time to try them and get to know them, because I think I will love gouache, but it's hard now. And also, you know, I have only the primary colors, which is fine, I can mix colors. But on the other hand, it's harder to mix colors for the whole piece, you know. So yeah, I will combine it. I will be trying both. But still, I don't know, I need to figure out if I like more gouache, aquarelle, or acrylics. At this time, at this moment, I love acrylic. I love watercolors, and no, and acrylic not so much. You know, but it can change when I try to use them more. At the beginning, when, for example, Nia colors, when I was using Nia colors for the first time, I didn't like them. It was hard for me to use them, and I wasn't able to figure out how to, excuse me, how to do the nice cloudy background, for example. But it didn't stop me. I was using them all over again, and then suddenly one day I was satisfied. I finally get it, how they work, what you have to do with them. But you will never figure out if you only watch videos, for example, or read some theory. You have to have the medium on hand, you know, to really be able to get to know the medium. And what I wanted to say, and to not give up if the first try isn't as you wish, if it's hard. You know, you can try like small steps. That means that you will not color the whole piece with the medium, with the new medium you are trying to learn, but you will color only a part of the picture, you know. You will do only one thing with it, and then on the next picture you will do another one thing on the picture with that medium. Yeah, and that may be easier in terms of getting know how the medium works. I think the key is inconsistency, actually. What I mean, if well, let's say we talk about Nia colors. If you try them once and you're not satisfied with the outcome because you didn't actually know how to use them, and you use them once and then you will not use them for a month. After the month, you will figure out, all right, I will try it again. Well, what will happen? Probably no improve, you know? And you will be only frustrated because of that, because you will not see any improving, you know, and it will be stuck on the same place. But if you, during the month, if you, not every day, but time to time during the month, you will use the medium a little bit here, a little bit there, you know, you will get used to it. Sometimes it requires to have a different grip in your hand. And yeah, so what I wanted to say. So it's better to use it more often in smaller dosage, I would say, you know, than do the whole picture once a month. And it works for everything, not only for coloring or painting, you know. For example, with running, if you go to run once a week, well, if you go running once a week and you run 5 kilometers at once, but only once a week, you will not see such a huge progress and fast progress than if you go run every other day for 1 kilometer, you know. 1 kilometer every other day is better than 5 kilometers once a week, for example, you know. And I have tested this on myself as well, so yeah, it's approved. I test a lot of things on myself, especially if it comes to healthy habits, which I don't have, you know. But I tried many things. So when I talk about something, I usually talk from my experience. Oh, thank you, Dawn. Thank you for your comment. I was talking and wasn't paying attention to chat. And it seems that I covered the tail of the shark. It was unintentional. So you see that I tried to leave the area uncolored here. Well, alright, I will figure out what to do with it. Probably I will just emphasize it with a black, so there will be a shadow under the tail, and then at the very end of the picture I will do some highlights, you know. But now I'm going to use the mineral spirit, and I will blend the wing. I feel quite huge chest paint. Chest paint. All right. You see, I just live for painting. No, I feel a chest pain. Yeah, like on my ribs. I'm not feeling right. And alright as well. Like they would be misplaced somehow. I guess I need a rest. I really thought that I will do the page today fully, but it's always like that, you know. What I wanted to say, yeah, for example, today I didn't thought about this picture to make it like this, you know. I thought actually it will take me much less time to do the whale and not 3.5 hours. And wow, oh my gosh, I talk all the time. That's why, that may be why my rib cage really hurt, because maybe I'm still not okay after the sickness with lungs and ribs. Yeah, and it starts to really be painful, and I cannot breathe properly. Give me a moment. All right. So what I was talking about. Yeah, so I wasn't thinking about how to do the veil. I actually had the idea only for the background. And that's always like this. I never thought about too much details. And I never, well, no. And when I start, it usually turned out to be absolutely different than I imagined. It's the same with this veil. I didn't imagine first the texture of the veil, the not the pattern, you know, but yeah, the body. I thought about it more like, I don't know, I didn't thought about it, you know. But I would probably think about it like do basic shading, like darker on the edges, lighter in the middle, you know, So usually I underestimate myself when I plan some drawing, painting, coloring, whatever, because it just flows, you know. I start the page, like I started with the base layer, you know, without any order, and it just came by itself. So yeah, that's basically how it usually works with me. So no wonder that this took me so long. If I wasn't talking, it would probably take me, well, I would say I would spend like 2.5 hours on it, not 3.5. But don't get me wrong, I don't mind. I'm glad being here on live stream and do it on live stream. And I'm really enjoying the page. Alright, I will leave the wing like this. Alright, and I will have to say goodbye to you guys. Not that I would want, but I need break. I feel really a big pain in chest, and it's hard to breathe. So I need to take a small break and maybe lay down. Anyway, thank you very much, all of you, for watching, for being here with me, and for chat. It was really nice to chat with you all. And next time will be Tuesday. Yeah, next week I will try to make it up on Tuesday. Maybe we will continue, maybe we will, maybe not. I don't know what we will do next time. Whatever I will have a mood for. Yeah. Anyway, if we will not do this page next time, we will do it another time. You know. All right. So again, thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your day, and have a great start to the new week. Bye bye.